mental lapses, defensive breakdowns, offensively being stagnant and not getting really good possessions, and they capitalize. So tough one, but it's just definitely a learning experience. Let me go back home.
Tim Legler, Kendrick Perkins back here with me. Perk, who's got a tougher path to the finals, the Suns or the Sixers?
Oh, it's the 76ers. I mean, look, the 76ers are in a better conference, right? It's more competition. It's about 5 teams that we could sit up here and make a legitimate argument about that could come out of the East. When you think about the Celtics, the Bucks, the Miami Heat, although they're not playing well, you still can't count them out. You could look at even the Brooklyn Nets and even the Chicago Bulls at a certain extent if they get healthy. But when you look at the West, right, and you look at the Phoenix Suns, I'm looking at only one team that could be standing in their way, and that's the Memphis Grizzlies. Any other team that the Phoenix Suns could go against, they're going to win that series in 5 games. Whether it's the Utah Jazz, the Dallas Mavericks, the Denver Nuggets, the Timberwolves, whoever you put in front of them, they're going to beat them in 5 games. So when I look at the 2 conferences and I look at who has the tougher task, I'm going with the 76ers.
Listen, Perk, you make a very compelling argument. All right, but there's one team you left out. I'm going to get to them in a minute. Let's start first with the Philadelphia 76ers. Listen, we already talked about Harden's issues, so this is a big reach in saying that James Harden needs to be great for this team to make a legitimate run at the finals. But let's assuming that he is much better than he has been at nights since he got to Philadelphia. When you look at the teams in the Eastern Conference, yeah, they're going to have their work cut out for them, and I don't know they're going to be favored in any series except probably the first round when they're most likely going to get Chicago. They'll be favored in that series. After that, I understand they won't be favored, but I do feel like when Harden plays well, I feel like Philadelphia can lay a legitimate claim to having the 2 most dominant offensive players in the conference if he is on his game. So that, to me, gives them a legitimate shot against any of those teams. Milwaukee, Miami, Boston, any of those teams. But when I look at Phoenix, clearly the best team in the NBA, there's one team you didn't mention that I still feel like has the potential when they get that baby-faced assassin back, Steph Curry. Listen to me. Listen to me now. Let me finish. That team still has the potential to end up being the best team in the NBA. I believe that. Now, here's what been the blessing since Steph Curry has gone out. They've been waiting. Is Klay Thompson going to find himself this season, or is it going to take a whole nother offseason after that long layoff for him to come back? Well, if you take a look at what Klay Thompson is doing lately, last 9 games, he's had 6 20-point games. He's had 2 30-point games. Klay Thompson, and most importantly, he's playing starters minutes again, 34, 35 minutes a night. So Klay Thompson is back. Draymond Green had a long layoff, so he is going to get better here over the last 2 weeks with his conditioning and his wind. But we know his impact won't be felt truly until Steph Curry takes the court. And Steph Curry is going to be back and rested when the postseason comes. And if you remember a year ago, Steph Curry had some time off with an injury, came back before April, and got on an incredible run to close out the season. So Steph Curry being fresh is the best thing Golden State can hope for. So I still think that's the one team that when they click, can still be the team that upsets the Phoenix Suns. And that's why I think for Phoenix, that's bad news for them, that they still have that one team lurking out there that has not been whole all year, Perk. And that's why I think for Phoenix, it could be a tougher path because you're still going to have to get through either Memphis or Golden State.
Yeah, but here's the thing, Legs, and this is why I challenge you at. When are they going to click? That's the question. When is Golden State going to click? We keep saying when they get healthy, it's less than 10 games left in the season, right? So at some point, you got to find some type of continuity, some type of chemistry, some type of roles, guys being stars in their roles. They just announced that James Wiseman is not coming back. How is Kuminga going to play? Draymond Green, yes, he has to get in shape, but he doesn't really look healthy right now. I don't really know if Draymond Green is going to be 100% throughout the playoffs. Hell, I don't know if Steph Curry is going to be 100% throughout the playoffs. And yes, we talked about Klay Thompson and his 20-point games, and he has looked special on the offensive end. But can Klay Thompson come back to being that two-way player again? Can he provide that same defense that he did and play both ends of the floor? It's a lot of question marks over there right now for the Golden State Warriors. And when I look at Phoenix, if they was to match up with them, I wouldn't see that series if the Golden State Warriors had everybody going past 6, just because the Phoenix Suns are rolling at the right time. But when you go to the East and you talk about a team that you had favored in the Eastern Conference, the Milwaukee Bucks, the defending champions, right? The Philadelphia 76ers, you still got to prove to them. We talk about James Harden struggling. Who do the Bucks have right now that could guard James Harden? I tell you, Drew Holiday. One of, if not the best perimeter defenders in the game today. We saw what he did last year to Devin Booker and CP3 in the finals when he took on the task of shutting them down. So when I think about the East, I think about how the Celtics are balling, how they look defensively. And Legs, you just said it. You said if James Harden get back to being special, but can James Harden really get back to being special?
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.